It's a small department. Being a newly grad, I guess, the teachers work with the students very well. You can go in and you can talk to any teachers on a one-on-one basis, just about daily. You can walk in because it is a small department, and you don't find that in some of the other departments at NDSU, especially in the engineering field, where you might have a lot of colleges that are large when compared to the industrial engineering program.
Every professor in the department knows who you are, knows you by name. Dr. Cook, Dr. Blendgreen, Dr. Malecki, they're all fantastic in dealing with students. And it's not only just, going to them and asking help on, homework problems. It's if you have questions and where do you want to go in life and what kind of job you want, they're always willing to listen and offer advice.
The students themselves are the reason to come here. We still have great students. And in other schools, you're going to find a differing student body that doesn't have the work ethic that is going to change the experience they're going to get. And it's changed some since I started, but the students really make up. You learn more from students than you do from faculty, there's no doubt about it.
This is a department with very caring faculty. They really work with the students, and we are all in it to make sure students succeed.
NDSU is great, and the professors are just the best thing about it. It's a very personal program where I know my teachers on a very personal level. I can go in there just talking about anything. I'm talking about like career advice, which job should I take, which is very helpful because a lot of them have been in the same situation.
NDSU students gain a wealth of knowledge through projects and classroom experience.
It's very strong fundamentals in the sciences and applied engineering. They learn machining, then they learn micro machining, which is a very hot topic nationwide right now. So our students get to learn the basics and then get to apply them in a lot of really new kind of environments.
In lots of other programs, you'll be taught by somebody at the front of the board teaching theory, but you're not going to get your hands dirty and you're not going to go out and see some of the difficult problems that industry has.
One of the really exciting things we do here is develop something we call innovation teams. There are several of those around the College of Engineering. The idea of an innovation team is to bring together students of several different classes. Their task is to apply a particular technology and to develop new products, new processes. The ideal case is that the students will patent what they understand they develop, and hopefully one or more of them will develop a new enterprise.
We were given a tool for, I think it was something for a truck, and we were just given the drawing of it, and we had to go through everything from picking the machine to work the project, or to work the tool, and figure out how many of those machines we're going to need in order to get the tool done in time with a certain number or a certain quota per day.
The latest one is process engineering, which is it's been a pretty good project. It's difficult and challenging, but it's also very profitable for me to be able to gain the experience and problem-solving skills that I've gained over the years.
Making chips.
Chips? What are chips?
Chips are just kind of something you refer to if you take a cutting tool and you cut material away, you'll be removing that. They're just chips that come off as a byproduct.
Oh, byproducts. When would you implement these?
Somebody walks in the door and they have no clue how to make something, but they have a drawing of it. And they look to you to be the person to make it, and they rely on you to have the knowledge of the machines basically at your fingertips to make their part to the best of your capabilities. It's a very high-tech industry right now that is just in the early stage of its development, and I feel as a sophomore, if I work through the next 2 or 3 years going through those types of developments within the school, when I get out into the industry, I'm going to be amongst the top of my class just in experience alone. And that's got to count for something.
One effective aspect of the IME department at NDSU is their use of internship, where students learn real-world experience.
From the day they start the program, we like to get them involved in various industry projects, projects where they can stay in touch with real world.
We do lots of work with companies that provide us a learning laboratory, essentially.
One of the really nice things about the education that we get here in NDSU is we have a lot of real-world experience. There's many different projects, but some of my favorites have been my capstone project that we did with a company called Rapid Corporation.
I worked for a company called Rapid Corporation. We redid a whole new paint line for them. And that was our capstone project. It was semester long. We were there probably 9-10 times, and I think all of us put in each at least about 140 hours into that project. So that was a lot of fun, and to see that they're actually probably going to implement it, it's pretty rewarding.
I'm working on a project right now in one of my classes at Gabriel Metal Casting here in Fargo, just looking at their whole process of what they make, looking at their inventory, forecasting, just all the different aspects of industrial engineering.
Right now I'm working as an intern at Integrity Windows and Doors in Fargo, and I worked full-time over this last summer, and now I'll go to school for half the day and then go out there and work on some projects.
Learning how a real company works is the biggest gain that I had from my co-op experience.
I couldn't imagine going to a job now without having previous experience. I would feel completely lost, but after doing a co-op, you get to see kind of what an engineer really does.
You know, it's really different using or actually having real-life projects versus, you know, simulated projects.
They make it so easy for you to get that work experience so that when you graduate, you already have the skills to step into a really good job. We go in and look at the different aspects that apply to that industry and try to optimize it and make it more efficient for that company.
It was the best thing I could have done to help me with my major and see what I'm going into, get experience and help me. That's how I've landed so many job opportunities where I'm going into right now, and I'm just working on deciding on which one I should take.
NDSU Engineering has had a reputation of an excellent engineering school for a lot of years. We've got, the university is growing, the demand for our engineers is very, very high.
The campus is a phenomenal learning experience because you can get involved not only in your classroom setting and with your instructors, but there's also a huge organizational structure to get involved in on campus.
We teach them what we have a love for, or expertise, and we work them on an individual basis, we work them as groups, and again, hoping one day they'll be on their way to opportunities and be successful.
Well, there you have it. Together, we've gained some valuable knowledge that can really benefit your future. So, come check us out. Look at that!